I'm going to share this story because, well, number one, it was a long time ago. And the second reason I'm going to go ahead and share it is because this individual has passed away. So it can't impact them emotionally at all now. I'm going to start by saying in Isaiah, God talks about his thoughts being above our thoughts and his ways being above our ways. I went to this. I was going to this church, and the Lord gave me this word. He gave, he gave me an incredibly good word for somebody I didn't like. I didn't like them. I didn't like them at all. And he gives me this good word for them. And of course I'm looking at the word he gave me, and I'm astounded, actually, thinking. I mean, my thoughts were, and my ways were, I wouldn't do it like that. And it really troubled me. I mean, it did very much. Um, I hated the thought of giving them an affirming word when my opinion was, well, it doesn't matter what my opinion was, does it? Any more than it matters what your opinion is. What matters is his thoughts and his ways. Sometimes I'm supposed to wait. But this time I wasn't. I was supposed to go give them this encouraging word. Well, I put it off for a week because, as I said, I didn't want to give them a good word. I didn't think a good word's what they needed. I had my own thoughts and my own ways. 666 means man making himself God. I mean, think about it. You're making your opinion and your thoughts, you're putting your opinions and your thoughts about someone ahead of God's, because God's thoughts make no sense to you. They don't have to. He's God, you're not. So one day, it was about a week later, I said, one day I suddenly heard the voice of the Lord. It kind of broke my heart. He said, clear as a bell, he said, shall I find another messenger? Oh, no, sir. I'll do it. I'll do it immediately. And I did it. I'm not going to tell you the word. It's irrelevant. I will tell you it was a really encouraging word about their gifting, their leadership abilities, and anyway, just very affirming word, which in my flesh, I never would have given it to them in a million years. But I did it. I don't know. I don't know if they knew how much I disliked them. They might have known. I don't know. I knew. So they get real excited, you know. They're like, they were like, this is so awesome. Bill, thank you. Thank you so much. And then they said this: the only way this could have possibly been any better is if you had given it to me last week. I went, oh, well, oh man, I wish I could have given it to you last week then. And so that did two things. That it confirmed to me that most definitely was the word of the Lord, and that most definitely the timing of it was perfect, or would have been, had I cooperated. Why am I telling you this story? Be careful about thinking that your thoughts are God's thoughts. And be careful about thinking that your ways are God's ways. Just be careful. Everyone on YouTube and all the ministers, and there's a lot of them, and every single one of them is referencing their discernment as they attack one another. You know, and if you don't agree with them, you don't have discernment. Just the whole thing's just comical, you know. I know somebody out there has to be right. You can't all be wrong, but look, submit your thoughts to God's. Submit your ways to God's. I used to, I ran this circle of people, and we all knew this individual. I used to do an impersonation of him every now and then. I'd tell people, I said, hey, you want to hear my impersonation? Someone says, yeah, what? He goes, you know, that Jesus Christ, he's an okay guy. But I've noticed something about him. Because he would always find something critical to say about somebody. I mean, they're all right. But I have noticed something about them. Don't we all think highly of our opinions and our thoughts and our ways? Man, we have to try to keep those things in check. Well, hey, that's, like I said, that's the message I have for you. If you really want to be God's friend, God's servant, speak on his behalf, you're going to have to substitute your thoughts for his sometimes. And it is going to be hard. Make no mistake, the Lord could have given that word to anybody. But he knew I didn't like him. He gave it to me to correct me. Imagine hearing the Lord's voice, the creator of heaven and earth and the stars. And suddenly you hear him say to you, shall I find another messenger? That stung. I don't ever want to hear that again. I don't ever want to hear him say that to me again. But at least he was speaking to me. He could have stopped, you know. but he's merciful and patient and kind and long-suffering. So, thank you, Lord, for being long-suffering.